Hey there, welcome back. Last time we were talking about defaults and tics and how they get in the way of public speaking or effective public speaking. I want to go over quickly what some of those fillers and tics were. Filler words, like, sort of, so, yeah, essentially, those are filler words. We want to get rid of those. Tempo and pace, it's either too slow, too fast with run-on sentences. It could be a real problem. Lack of inflection or too much inflection. There's too much inflection, you feel like you're a bit crazed. If there's lack of inflection, you've got a monotone sound. Generic repetitive gestures. Somebody who's using the same thing over and over and over because it's a default. One of the things that you can do, and that great speakers do, to eliminate or at least minimize those defaults is they use storytelling and subtext. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. If you can remember in your younger days, if you were ever around a campfire listening to a great story or campfire story, that speaker probably didn't fall into those traps, those defaults or tics. That's because they were telling a story and they had a specific outcome and they had a specific subtext they were using. I'm going to recite an acquisitions and merger dialogue that I picked up from a meeting. And I'm going to do it with lots of defaults. I'm going to do it with some bad gesturing, with monotone, with pace, filler words, and you can hear how difficult it is to listen to it. Here I go. It's actually a little bit of both. We just need to go back one page, you see. So, on the high P&L, profit and loss, you'll see that the revenue is modeled at 13% higher with, 3 million drop in SG&A. That's sort of a $4 million labor drop off through attrition, offset by 1 million in spending. So as you could see, it's sort of ambitious. If we do everything perfectly, it's got a chance, but I think 35 is a good stretch target, and yeah. So yeah, the street will like that too. Full of defaults, full of tics, although I didn't put too many gesturing in there. All right, now I'm going to tell a story, and I'm going to use some subtext. And the subtext that I'm going to use is this. The subtext of, I've just discovered the hidden piece that will complete the puzzle and save the world. That's the subtext I want to use this time. If you want to tell another subtext, you could use you're telling your young child a nighttime story before bedtime, or you're cautioning your friend about the dangers of their behavior. Why am I doing this? Because when you explore storytelling and subtext, it automatically makes the message change. It automatically adds tempo. It automatically eliminates inflection or increases inflection. It automatically gets rid of generic repetitious gestures. So here I go. I'm going to use the subtext of, I've just discovered the hidden piece that will complete the puzzle and save the world. Watch how this changes the delivery. It's actually a little bit of both if we just go back one page. On the high P&L, profit and loss, you'll see that the revenue is modeled at 13% higher with a 3 million drop in SG&A. Now, that's a 4 million labor drop-off through attrition, offset by 1 million in ad spending. It's ambitious. If we do everything perfectly, it's got a chance. But I think 35 is a good stretch, and the street will like that too. Now, there's the difference between storytelling or just throwing out the data. And that's dry data. Now, I'm not saying you should do that in your meeting, but if you practice doing it with storytelling and subtext and then bring it down a notch or two, you'll have a much more attractive delivery, a much more dynamic presentation. Tell a story, have a desired outcome, and you'll be that much closer to the speaker everyone wants to be. Until next time.